Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maria. If you watch this video and you enjoy it, don't be shy, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for any future videos on narcissistic abuse recovery and complex post-traumatic stress disorder. Today I have a candid video for you on what it's like, being a scapegoat over the holidays. Alright guys, so I want to prepare you now. I have no script written. I have no notes ready for this video. This is just a video that I am making to be there for you and to have you be there for me over this time of the holidays as scapegoats. This community can be really lonely, right? Because being a scapegoat means that we are the one person in our families that is, different, the black sheep. I want to say shunned, but in a sense, some of us aren't shunned. Some of us left the family to protect our own mental health, right? Because we understand inside that something isn't right. Psychologically, the family is damaging to a point where we have to completely detach ourselves from the family, whether it be just in distance or whether we are no contact altogether. So needless to say, being a scapegoat can be very lonely. And this is the time of the year that we can't avoid seeing families together. So this is the time of the year that we are reminded most that, we're in this alone. So I think that the most important thing we can do as scapegoats who are alone during the holidays is to try to remember what it is that God has already done for us in our lives. So if you are no contact with your family, you have to realize there are good, but this is a good thing. I know that society looks at it like, this is your family, you should put up with it. They're your family. They grew up in a different generation. They, ignore it. But no, you chose to be the truth teller and the cycle breaker. And God has assisted you through this and chosen you to be the person that's going to break this pattern of abuse. So you may notice that you have a harder time in life than most people, right? So I notice that a lot of the people that are around me say they meet a spouse, they get married, they have kids, they have a family, and I know they have their own struggles, but I look at it and I see what my struggles are, having to go no contact with my family, and living on the other side of the country and creating a family of friends and my church family and different communities that I have. And I see what a struggle it is mentally to stay in a mindset where I know it doesn't need to be a positive mindset all the time. We're not into toxic positivity, but a mindset where I can be stable to the point where I can live out my purpose, which is helping other people through their trauma and through, their process of healing themselves after the long-term emotional abuse, whether they have CPTSD, which is, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, which is most cases, or, just they need to change their subconscious mind to believe thoughts that are, less compulsive, less negative thoughts to free themselves of the depression and the anxiety that's coming out of their core wounds. So that's not an easy life, right? It's very difficult. But see, but we can look at it one of two ways. We can become a victim, being scapegoats. We can become a victim and have a victim mentality, or we can become victors and say, so God created me to be a cycle breaker of emotional abuse. So this abuse stops with me. So what is my purpose in life? And I think that the key of moving forward after being a scapegoat is to really figure out what is my purpose in life. And I am a true believer that with me, at least, my purpose was found in my pain. So when I went through the healing journey and realized that the emotional abuse was not just an isolated incident from my relationships, but that it is because of the family dynamic I grew up in, and that I'm still in, I thought that those relationships were normal. Right? So when I realized that, because I had no idea, I thought I was just getting into like terrible love relationships. But when I realized that the reason I was in those relationships was because of this, that just set it off. Like, if I didn't understand this and I didn't know this, right, then so many other scapegoats out there are living their lives beating themselves up for things that aren't their fault. Right? They're beating themselves up, and here they're being emotionally abused, and they have absolutely no idea. People are in marriages for 30 years, and they think that it's their fault. They're not good enough. They're not worthy. They just can't make their spouse happy. And here they're in these relationships because of the way they grew up, and they just think this behavior is normal, and it is not normal. So imagine having to start over after that amount of time, and to reprogram your subconscious mind to go back to your childhood and to reparent yourself. So many people have no idea about this. So I know that my purpose was found in my pain. So long story short, I think the most important thing that a scapegoat can do is to figure out, what is your purpose in life? Why did God put you here? Why did he create you as a cycle breaker? Because it's not just you broke the cycle. You broke the cycle, now what? Right? Like, there's something on the other side of that, and a lot of times it has to do with helping other people to get through. I always think of it as you're extending your hand and you're grabbing on to the next person who's in the dark hole that you were in, and you're grabbing onto them and you're trying to pull them out of that dark space that they're in. And a lot of times how I do that is helping people to realize that faith is, if not the most important part of your healing journey, it's the most important part of my healing journey. So for me, if I didn't have God to look to, surrender my problems to, I would feel so alone that I don't think I could have made it through. Because having God is the whole reason that I don't walk around so lonely, because I can always know that I at least have him there with me. And so anybody that is a scapegoat going through a healing journey, just remember that if you are feeling alone, you're actually not alone. You just have to kind of activate that and realize that God is there with you. He's been there with you the whole time, and he created you to be special. You're the cycle breaker. You're the truth teller. So don't let that slide. Like, don't forget about that, because you have a really big purpose. It's not an easy life. It's definitely not an easy life, but you definitely have a huge purpose in this world. So yeah, so this video is not like, normal video that I would normally make, but I just want you to know that you're not alone. And there are a lot of us out here. I talk to a lot of people, you guys, and there are a lot of scapegoats out there. There are a lot of people that are feeling lonely, and this is the holidays. And if you went no contact and you did that to help your mental health, good. Be the truth teller, be the cycle breaker, be that person in your family. I also forgive. Like, to me, it's from my own life, I had to forgive everyone in my family, even though they would have no idea there's anything that they did that I would need to forgive them for. But knowing what I know, because I am emotionally very aware of things. So, but forgiveness will set you free. And you're not alone, guys. I love you very much, and thank you so much for being a part of this community. And comment below anything you need. I answer every single comment, and I am here for you. And so thank you so much. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this video today. If you enjoyed it, don't be shy, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for any future videos on narcissistic abuse recovery and complex post-traumatic stress disorder. And as always, I wish you all the love in the world.